Hey everyone, Pat and Yumi here. If it's your first time on the channel, welcome. We're all about slow, simple, sometimes budget-friendly, sometimes not, and always an honest travel. So today we were supposed to show you our big adventure on Zamami Island. We planned to camp right by the beach, sleep in a tent under the stars, and snorkel every day. But life had other plans. A typhoon rolled in literally the same week we arrived.
Oh my god.
Ferries to Zamami were all cancelled for almost 10 days. So instead of island life, we ended up stuck on the main island of Okinawa. And guess what? We still had a pretty awesome trip. So we decided to make this full guide to Okinawa, not just for sunny days and perfect weather, but for a real travel, rain or shine, because Okinawa is still worth visiting. And we're going to show you why. Okay, so why come to Okinawa? Well, imagine Japan, but tropical, like beaches, palm trees, and chilled out island vibes. It's still Japan, same amazing food, clean streets, and friendly people. But it feels totally different from places like Tokyo or Kyoto. It's slower here, people aren't rushing. If you love nature, the ocean, small towns, and warm weather, this is your place. Let's talk about seasons real quick. The best time to visit is spring, like March to May, or fall, September to November. It's warm, not too humid, and there's less rain. Perfect for beach weather. Summer, especially July and August, it's super hot, but the ocean is warm and clear, excellent for swimming, but lots of typhoon, which is when we went. From around June to September, storms can pop up suddenly. Some pass quickly, some don't. Now, where should you stay? We stayed in Naha the whole 10 days. Why? Because, well, we had no plan B. When the ferries got cancelled, we were just stuck figuring things out day by day. But Naha turned out to be a good base. It's the main city close to the airport and has lots of hotels and car rentals. But it's busy, and it's not near the best beaches. If we could redo the trip, we'd choose Yomitan. It's kind of in the middle between the airport and the beaches in the north. Less crowded than Naha and closer to nature. Further north, there's Motobu and on a coast. More remote, quiet, and beautiful. Great if you just want to stay by the beach and relax. Just be ready to pay more the further out you go. Also, you'll definitely need a car. Let's be real. The only way to fully enjoy Okinawa is to rent a car. Most of the good beaches and nature spots are far from Naha, like really far. Public buses exist, but they're slow and not very convenient, especially if it's raining. We rented a tiny car and it was perfect, easy to drive. The roads are calm, signs are easy to understand, most cars are automatic, and we never had trouble finding parking. If you're looking for a cheap rental, we highly recommend Flip Flop Car Rental. It's about a 14-minute walk from Miyabashi Station. They were the cheapest we found, just 2,500 yen for a full day. Here's a parking tip. Always check Google Maps before you go. There's often free parking near beaches or viewpoints, but not always. Having that info ahead of time saved us from stress and extra costs. Taxis are expensive. Bus tours are okay if you don't want to drive, but they choose the schedule, not you. So yeah, we highly recommend getting a rental car. The beach is totally our happy place, but not just any beach. We love the quiet ones. The kind that feel wild and free, not lined with hotel chairs or roped-off swimming areas. Here are the best beaches we absolutely loved. First one is Koki Beach and the whole coast nearby. This was actually the first beach we went to on one of the few clear days we've had right after we found out our ferry was cancelled. The drive there was nice, palm trees, green hills, and great views. The water there is clear, great for swimming. Seisoku Beach is our favorite beach of the whole trip. White sand, insanely clear water, and if you walk a little further to the right, away from the main area, it's paradise. Quiet, peaceful, and gorgeous. Next one is Rendobaru Shell Mound Beach. This one is right next to Nirai Beach, but completely hidden. No crowds, just a tiny stretch of sand surrounded by rocks and trees. It felt like a private beach. And lastly, Ia Beach on Ia Island. It's a total hidden gem. You'll need to take a ferry to get there, but it's 100% worth the trip. We had the beach almost completely to ourselves, and the views were stunning. Okay, so one note about the weather. It is wild. 1 minute sunny, the next minute raining. In Naha, it'll be pouring, but just 40 minutes north, blue skies. If you're heading to the beach, always check tide times and sea conditions beforehand, especially during unpredictable weather. If the rain seems light, it's best to play it safe. Here's what you need to know about ferries. If you're planning to hop around the outer islands like Zamami, Tokashiki, or Aka, you'll be using Tomari Port and Naha. You can book tickets in person or online, but if you're traveling during busy season, it's smart to book in advance. Now here's what happened to us. We had this dreamy plan to camp on Zamami Island for 10 days. We were packed, ready, and so excited, but then typhoon started building up out of nowhere. Every single ferry canceled.
We ended up renting a car in Naha.
It wasn't part of the plan.
Yeah, it wasn't part of the plan, but
We needed to.
the boats were canceled today because of the weather, but the weather is not actually that bad. It's just a little windy.
Yeah, it is.
We decided to stay a few more days in Naha.
It was super frustrating and honestly pretty heartbreaking. But that's when Plan B kicked in. We went up north and took a ferry to E Island instead. It's only 30 minutes from Motobu and way less likely to be cancelled. And you know what? It ended up being one of the best days of our entire trip. So here's the tip. If your ferry to the outer islands get cancelled, don't give up. Just shift gears. Ia Island, Mina Island, and other spots up north are amazing alternatives, and they might just surprise you. Okinawan food is delicious. Let's start with Okinawan soba, not like regular soba in Japan. This one has thicker noodles and comes with rich broth and tender sweet pork on top. There's also soki soba, which has big, soft, sweet ribs on top, so comforting. We had one of our best meals at a little place called Degoya. We got Okinawan soba and a fried fish set. It was so good and super affordable. Prices are from 800 to 2,000 yen. But the real gem, a small noodle shop near Motobu Port called Minato. Their soba was only 500 to 700 yen, but the taste and size, so satisfying. It's one of those spots where you know the food's gonna be amazing. And don't forget Blue Seal ice cream. It's famous here. After dealing with canceled ferries and driving in the rain, we treated ourselves to some scoops, and yep, it totally helped. Shopping in Okinawa, oh yes, bring an extra bag. Start with the Naha Shopping Street. It's a long, fun street full of souvenirs, snacks, t-shirts, crafts, and more. You can get colorful shirts and these mini Shisa statues. And if walking isn't your thing, just head straight to Don Quixote. It's this huge store where you can literally find everything. Shirts, snacks, gifts, socks, weird things you didn't know you needed. Let's talk about money real quick. Accommodation around Naha usually costs between 5,000 to 15,000 per night, and depending on the location. But you can definitely find cheaper places too if you look around. Renting a car starts around 2,500 yen a day, but it can get a lot pricier depending on the season, the company, and the type of car you choose. Food was very reasonable. Most meals cost between 800 to 2,000 yen. We saved a lot by eating at small local shops, which were often the tastiest anyway. Ferries vary in prices depending on where you're going, but they're not super expensive. Just make sure to double check the return schedules, especially during typhoon season. And the best part, most of the beaches are completely free. Real talk, visiting Okinawa during typhoon season, probably not our brightest idea. We were way too optimistic, thinking it'd be sunny every day, but it rained a lot. Lesson learned, always have plan B and maybe C. Check ferry schedules and weather ahead of time. Don't just wing it. Okinawa is beautiful, but traveling in bad weather isn't easy. Honestly, Okinawa might not be for everyone. So should you visit Okinawa? Absolutely. If you love nature, beaches, slower days, and don't mind some unpredictable weather, you're gonna love it. Even with all the weather struggles and ferry sadness, we still had a great time, and we found joy in unexpected places. So if you're planning to visit, go for it. Just be flexible. And hey, if you like this guide, don't forget to like and subscribe. We've got more videos from our Okinawa series coming up, including beach guides, travel tips, and all the good stuff. Thanks for being here, and see you in the next one.